Hey, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to be creating my application for the Sundance 2026 development track. So sit back, relax, and hang out with me. This is going to be kind of like a work session video. So Sundance Institute, if you don't know, is a really famous film festival. And they also are known for developing artists and creating intensives. So they help produce projects as well. I am a screenwriter and director here, and I've never submitted any work to Sundance because although it is a goal of mine to have work be there one day, I've always been sort of scared to go through the process of submitting because I would be afraid of getting rejected, right? So I just never have done it. And so this is the first time I'm doing it. The application is due today. I did spend a few days ago basically outlining my answers to this application. So I am going to basically fill it out and feel free to work alongside me. This might be a very boring video, but I'm also probably just going to talk about what I'm filling out. And I just want to show you the process of, getting this film from start to finish. And this is the process of us sort of pitching our project, hopefully to get funding or support. So let's get into it. Grab your computer or anything that you want to work on and let's hang out. So I am going to put some headphones on. And I'm going to lock in. So I'm on the Sundance Institute website, and that's how you fill it all out. But I have everything on a Google Doc. So I'm going to go to Google Docs. And I am going to get to work. So let's get into it. I have to pull all this up. It's in this tab. Okay, so the first thing they're asking is, so they're going to ask a couple of questions. They ask about bios, they ask about an introductory statement, they ask short essay questions about your project, and then they ask about your log line and a synopsis of the film, and then they ask for at least 5 pages of your film. So I'm going to be submitting all that. And the application fee is $45. I wonder how much money they make out of this. Okay. So it's kind of weird. So the first thing I need to do is my bio. So it's 150 words of who I am, objectively, which is weird. Maybe I'm going to go to IMDb. Let's see what I have on my account. Do I have an about section? I hope I do. I don't think I do. Biography. It just says what I'm known for. This sounds really bad, but I use ChatGPT to help me like kind of sort through my structuring. I don't know if I fully recommend this, but what it currently wrote is Nicholas Hansel, that's who I am, is an award-winning filmmaker based in New England. After 5 years working in Los Angeles as location scouts, he shifted focus to directing and storytelling full-time. His short film Flowers garnered over 300,000 views on YouTube and received international acclaim, including Best Direction at the Toronto LGBTQ Film Festival. Known for his intimate, emotionally driven work, Hansel blends visual poetry with grounded character narratives. He is currently developing his debut feature film, which is set to shoot next summer. Okay, bio. I think that's pretty good. So that's good going there. See, sometimes ChatGPT is kind of a crapshoot sometimes, but also sometimes it works. Okay, so we have a bio of who I am. Then the introductory statement is a brief introduction. It says briefly introduce yourself and your project. Let us know where you are in the creative process and why you think this is the right timing for a lab. So the lab is for writers or directors to help develop their content. So I'm going to also throw this in ChatGPT, and I'm going to compare. I already wrote some of the stuff. I'm just going to see if it makes it better, and then I'll compare the two because I don't want to lose my voice, right? What is the max for this? 250 words. 250 words max. Okay. So this is the introductory statement that we got. So it says, hi, my name is Nicholas Hansel, and I'm a queer filmmaker passionate about telling stories that explore the intimacy and the blurred lines between friendship and romance. My short film Flowers received over 300,000 views on YouTube and was awarded internationally, including Best Direction at the Toronto LGBTQ Film Festival. I'm currently developing my first feature film, a coming-of-age road trip story, don't really like that, story about a man journeying up the Pacific Coast Highway to reconnect with his long-lost friend. We gotta change that. Along the way, he's forced to confront the truth about his past, his feelings, and the meaning of growing up. While the story unfolds on the surface as a trip to an old friend's wedding, it becomes a deeper exploration of memory, identity, and the complexity of relationships. The film is rooted in themes of nostalgia, reconciliation, and queer identity set against the visual beauty and emotional metaphor of the California coastline. I have the foundational beats mapped out, but I'm seeking expert guidance to help fully shape each scene and bring out the film's emotional resonance. At its core, this is a story about letting go of the past, redefining connection, and discovering who you are across time through the eyes of your younger and older self. Okay, yeah. So I don't like the middle section. So this is spot on. And basically, let me tell you what I actually wrote so you can compare it to ChatGPT. So I wrote, hi, my name is Nicholas Hansel, and I'm a queer artist. I love creating films that discover the intimacy and the blurred lines between friendship and romance. My short film Flowers garnered 300,000 views on YouTube and won awards over the world. The feature film that I'm currently working on is a coming-of-age road trip that follows a man as he reconnects with his long-past friend. Along the way, he discovers the truth about his past, his feelings, and the meaning of growing up. good, but I will say this is better. So let's say not a huge fan. So let's redefine it. So a coming road trip story that follows a man A man takes a road trip up the Pacific Coast Highway after finding out. I think the best one is it's a coming-of-age road trip film about a man driving up the Pacific Coast Highway after finding out an old friend is getting married and he wasn't invited. What starts as a mission to make amends turns into something deeper as he begins to unravel the truth about their friendship, his past, and the ways we carry people with us. While the story begins as a trip to a wedding, it becomes a quiet exploration of memory, identity, and the complexity of relationships. I like that. So this is what we fully have. Hi, my name is Nicholas Hansel, and I'm a queer filmmaker based out of New England. It's based in New England, but maybe it should be based out of. Hi, my name is Nicholas Hansel, and I'm a queer filmmaker based out of New England. I love telling stories that explore the intimacy found in blurred lines, especially between friendship and romance. My short film Flowers garnered over 300,000 views on YouTube and screened internationally, winning Best Direction. That sounds different. I like what we had before. So this is the thing. ChatGPT isn't great. And when you ask for it to redo something, it sometimes doesn't do that. Or sometimes it doesn't really know what it's saying. So sometimes you got to use it to help you structure stuff, but then you got to go on your own. And I would encourage you to do ChatGPT to help you structuring things. It's pretty cool. Okay, but I like this. Okay. Okay, so the final introductory statement I'm going to choose is, "Hi, my name is Nicholas Hansel, and I'm a queer filmmaker with a passion for storytelling, for telling stories that explore the intimacy between friendship and romance. My short film Flowers has garnered over 300,000 views on YouTube and received international recognition, including Best Direction at the Toronto LGBTQ Film Festival. I'm currently developing my first feature film, an introspective coming-of-age road trip story about a man who drives up the Pacific Coast Highway after learning that an old friend is getting married and he wasn't invited. What begins as an attempt to make amends soon unravels into a deeper journey as he confronts the truth about their friendship, his past, and the people who shape our lives." I don't know what's why R. What begins as an attempt to make amends soon unravels into a deeper journey as he confronts the truth about their friendship, his past, and the people who shape our lives. While the plot starts, I don't like that. Oh, but that's exactly what it was before. He was invited. What begins? Okay, we'll just edit this ourselves. Let's see. Okay, it's okay. So, hi, my name is Nicholas Hansel, and I'm a queer filmmaker with a passion of telling stories that explore the industry. I'm really developing a future story about a man who drives up the Pacific Coast Highway. It's an attempt to make amends soon arrivals into a deeper journey as he confronts the truth about their friendship, his past, and the people. While the plot starts as a trip to a wedding, it transforms into a tender exploration of memory, identity, and the complexities. Set against the striking California coastline, the film is rooted in themes of nostalgia, reconciliation, and queer identity. While I've mapped out the foundational beats, I'm seeking expert guidance to refine each scene, unlock the film's emotional depth. At its heart, this is a story about letting go of the past, reimagining connection, and discovering who we are through the lens of our younger and older selves. Good. So I think it's really easy. I know I'm saying I'm using ChatGPT, but to be honest, I am. But I've worked so much on my film, and I've actually thrown a lot into ChatGPT, not really the story, but like the main ideas and what it's about and everything. And I'm still evolving the story, and I think this is what normally sets me back from not applying to things. So I'm just going to throw this down because that is the main gist of the film. That's what you kind of want to take away. It's about love, it's about friendship, it's about relationships, it's about letting go of who you think someone is versus who they are now. Can you be your older self? Can you be your younger self? All that fun stuff. So, okay. Okay, now we're in our short essays questions. Just making sure this is set up correctly. Okay. Short essay. Okay, what are the key themes you're exploring in your script? Please note, we are not asking for a list of topics your script is about, but rather the point of view or insight into those ideas that your film provides. What is the organizing principle of your story or the question it's asking? Themes that film will see. I'm so lame. But you're seeing my process. It's okay. I'm seeing what ChatGPT would say for this. Oh no. Okay. I keep reminding myself this doesn't have to be perfect, right? Our goal is just to submit. So I'm hoping the more I submit, the better I'll get with sharing. And it's okay if it's not perfect. Okay, ChatGPT is being annoying. It's just getting a lot of verbiage. That doesn't matter, right? So I said the key themes we're discovering in this film arts growing up, love, memories, and all this stuff. So I'm also going to say, Perfect. Okay, so I think my theme. Well, so this question is a little difficult because what are the key themes? Please note, we are not asking for a list, but rather the point of view. Oh, it's so hard. Sometimes there's not like a. Ooh, yes. Okay. I like this. So, this is what we got. So, we got at its core, this film explores the complexities of growing up, love, and memory, particularly when it comes to letting go. It asks, when do we hold on to past relationships and when do we need to release them in order to move forward? The film navigates the emotional terrain of aging, death, and love, revealing how we must sometimes let go of old wounds to grow and find peace. Set against the backdrop of nature, the story mirrors the cyclical process of change, highlighting that growth is a natural part of life and inevitable as the changing seasons. Isn't that adorable? Ugh. Okay, that's going to be our answer. That's exactly what this film is about. Okay, good job, Nick. How do you describe the intended tone, feel, and visual style of your scripts? We encourage you to include examples of other work as reference of inspiration. I wrote, let's see. So describe the intended tone, visual style. The tone of this film is intimate and reflective with a quiet, slow burn intensity that allows the audience to sit with the characters as they process their emotions. It evokes a sense of euphoria and moments of connection while maintaining an underlying melancholy that resonates throughout the journey. The style is a blend of dreams, reality, where memory and the present collide, correcting a feeling of nostalgia. This is so beautiful. So, I think, we're still figuring out this film, so it's okay if we're figuring it out, right? But it says visually. So, visually, the film draws inspiration from the emotive and poetic approach of Moonlight, where the cinematography is both intimate and expansive, capturing the inner life of the characters. The mood is similar to Wild, a journey through both the physical and emotional landscapes, and shares the reflective pace of Into the Wild, with long, lingering shots that give time for the viewer to process each moment. The memory sequences will feel akin to Wild, where the past seeps into the present with moments of clarity that break through time and space, creating a layered narrative experience. In terms of tone, the film captures the contemplative stillness of old joy, blending a sense of searching with quiet emotional depth. Ultimately, the film's visual style will juxtapose the vast natural landscapes of the Pacific Coast Highway with the interior emotional landscapes of the characters, showing how the journey outward reflects the journey inward. Yeah, it's going to be great. I wish I spent more time on this, to be honest, but also I get really bad anxiety sharing my work. And I also have had a crazy few weeks with family, so we're doing the best we can do. Oops, but this... Sorry, I have a text message. Bah. Sorry, my friend invited me somewhere I didn't understand. Okay, the tone of this film is intimate, nostalgic, and quietly emotional. A reflective journey about memory, connection, and change. It blends dream and reality using a soft, slow burn rhythm that allows space for silence, longing. Okay, it's true, but it also... Love this. Okay, this is better. So the tone of the film is emotional and reflective, with moments of dry humor and warmth. It blends the quiet intimacy of Old Joy, the memory-driven style of Wild, and the emotional depth of Moonlight. Though rooted in themes of grief, change, and reconnection, it's also grounded in human awkwardness and levity. The visual style is naturalistic, using the Pacific Coast Highway as both a setting and a metaphor for personal growth and distance. Yes, nature, and the next line's essential. Nature plays a key role in shaping the film's emotional rhythm, reflecting how change is both inevitable and beautiful. Shifting timelines mirror the way memories resurface, fluid, messy, and meaningful. So yes, that is perfect. That is exactly it. And just so you know, what I wrote initially was, this film feels euphoric and is a connection of dreams and reality. It gives the same energy as Moonlight mixed with Wild. The slow burn of Into the Wild mixed with Old Joy. Memory recall like Wild, but timeline mixed with Moonlight. Doesn't make any sense, right? But that's everything I was pulling from the films. Okay, so that is going to be our... Good job. We are getting through this. What do you want to work on in your script? What needs the most attention creatively? Please identify your top priorities. What did I write? I wrote... Oh. I wrote finding the flow and punch. Beautiful. Amazing. Oh. So the question is, I just asked, what do you want to work on most on your script? What needs most attention creatively? And I want to focus on refining the emotional flow and the impact of the script, making sure the story lands with clarity and resonance. Creatively, I'm most eager to flesh out the tone so it feels fully realized, and to deepen the characters so they feel layered, lived in, and emotionally complex. The biggest challenge I'm facing is structuring the intersecting timelines in a way that feels organic and powerful, especially as they converge at the climax, which is true. And I'm looking for guidance to bring cohesion to the narrative without losing the dreamlike, memory-infused quality that defines the film. It's honestly literally exactly what I'm struggling with. Sometimes ChatGPT does a really good job of like filling out your holes. So like, does a really good job of like, if, connecting the dots and filling it. So good job. Noises, sorry about that. Why are you passionate about telling the story now? What gives it urgency? So what I wrote was, this film represents what it means to reconnect with your childhood and let it go. As an adult, we are all surrounded by technology and pushed upon us who we need to be to succeed. We have lost what it means to be ourselves, and this is a journey of returning to yourself. This film encourages people to get off their phones, reconnect with nature, and let go of anxiety and stress of the current day problems we face. So let's see what ChatGPT has to say about that. And you might tell me too, I don't know, it might be best, I might regret doing ChatGPT because it's kind of like making it all go together. Maybe that'll be for my next application. I will just do it straight as I write it, but it feels a little too blunt. Like I feel like since I'm applying to a screenwriting position, that, oh my God, you are so loud. Oh, it's my dad's iPad. I feel like I need to be seen as a good enough writer. You know? How do I turn you off? I'll turn on airplane. Okay, so it wrote, this story feels urgent because so many of us are disconnected from nature, from our past, and from ourselves. In a world constantly pushing us to be productive, polished, and always online, we forget who we were before the noise. This film is about returning to that self. It's a quiet, emotional journey through memory, loss, and release. It's about confronting the pain we carry and learning how to let it go. I want to give people a space to breathe, to remember, and to heal by watching someone reconnect with their younger self and let go of what no longer serves them. The audience is invited to do the same. Their urgency lies in how rare that kind of emotional space is right now and how necessary. Like, that's beautiful. It's different, but it's beautiful. And I like that. Who do you see as the audience for this film, and what do you want them to take away from it? I wrote 20 to 40-year-olds. I want people to realize that what they are running away from, the pains of the past, if you can revisit it and face it straight on, you might discover it doesn't have as much power as you once thought it did. That sometimes going your path, saying goodbye to people you once cared about, is essential for opening the door to new, better people to enter your life. By letting go of the past, you step into the present, something our generation has a hard time processing. So that's what I wrote. And the reason I'm doing ChatGPT, as I said before, is it already has a lot of my film in the memory of it because I generated ideas through it. So I think it can help me flesh out anything I'm missing. If you've made it this far, leave a smiley face. I feel like it's kind of crazy if you were to be here this long. Okay. It wrote, this film is for people in their 20s to 40s, though those in the thick of transition, still grappling with who they were and who they're becoming. I want the audience to realize that the past only holds power when we avoid it. By facing old wounds and relationships head on, we can begin to release them. Letting go isn't about forgetting. It's about creating space for something new. This story encourages people to reflect, to say goodbye when needed, and to step more fully into the present. In a generation constantly pulled between nostalgia and anxiety about the future, this film offers a moment of clarity, reminding us that healing often comes through revisiting what we thought we'd already left behind. Through what we already thought we left behind. Yes, but yes, but sometimes, Yes, but Hunter is revisiting because he still thinks it's true. Change. Yes, yes. haven't even gotten to the hard part yet, which is the synopsis, so pray for me. Perfect. Okay. So the next question is, what is your personal connection to the material? I wrote, this is a film I wish I saw. I have harped and let past queer crush romancing for old straight friends dictate who I am today. The queer experience is relearning what love truly is, letting go of people that didn't love you for people who do. Yeah, that's good. But let's see. This is the film I wish I had growing up. As a queer person, I spent years romanticizing old friendships, especially with straight friends, and letting those unresolved feelings shape my sense of self. The story is a reflection of that experience, the journey of relearning what love truly is, and finding the strength to let go of people who couldn't love you in the way you needed. It's about honoring those past connections while making space for the kind of love and acceptance you deserve. That is exactly it. Wow, that can make me cry. Do you notice I always say I can cry? Pretty funny. Okay, what steps are you taking to ensure the characters and world of your film are authentically represented? Okay, that's good enough. my friend was not lying. This does take some time to do. Okay, now we're at logline. So the logline I came up with before was, when Hunter learns his childhood best friend is getting married without him, he road trips up the coast with his old nemesis, the only person he knows going, to fulfill a forgotten promise and confront the past he ran from. Yeah. I think it's pretty good. Okay, I like this. I think this is good. He embarks on a road trip up the Pacific coast. So my logline, this is so hard, you guys. I'm always questioning everything. When Hunter learns his childhood best friend is getting married without him, he road trips from LA to Portland along the Pacific Coast Highway with his old nemesis, the only person he knows going, to fulfill a forgotten promise and confront the past he ran from. I don't know whether we have locations in LA or Portland. We could do when the Hunter learns his childhood best friend's getting married without him, he... It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter. This is a small difference. I just gotta remember that, and I hope you remember that too. It's okay if it's not perfect. So when Hunter learns his childhood best friend's getting married without him, he road trips from LA to Portland along the Pacific Coast Highway with his old nemesis, the only person he knows going, to fulfill a forgotten promise and confront the past he ran from. Synopsis. This is hard. I didn't choose it, so let's see. This gets me going because Okay. I think I just did the full synopsis. It's good enough. It's not like exactly right, but it's close enough, and I think that's all they need. So, we're not going for perfect, we're going for close enough. Okay. Okay, great. So now we're on part 3. 5 pages of your screenplay are treatment. So this is either a blessing or a curse, but I can't really edit anything. So I'm just going to have to pull from a draft I've already written, which honestly is probably good because you just saw how long this took. It's almost been 2 hours, and I could work on this forever, right? So let me just plug you in. You're getting low. Oops, I did the wrong one. Let me know what you're working on in the comments down below if you're still here. Oops. Here's. So I'm just going to save this. They're probably going to kill me because this draft has some typos, which I could change, but my goal is just to share. Oops, lols, it's only the first 4. So we are gonna redo this. Why do you keep doing that? Oh. It needs to be 6. Oh man. Oh. Okay, and now we're gonna submit it. Where did I put you? I think you are in backup. Awesome. So we just submitted the first 5 pages. It's not perfect. That's okay. It's frustrating, but it's okay. So that's okay. We're going to view it, make sure it actually uploaded. And it did. Good job, babes. Ooh, they want to know the year you're born, how much of a novice you are. No. Ooh, this is all the race stuff. Do you have a disability? I don't think I do. It's weird that they ask you, like, I know they, like, it just feels weird. I hate when they ask you this stuff. It's like, because they're like, you don't need to say, but then you're like, does it give me an advantage? So do I, tell you everything about me? Wow, this is international, so that's fun. So I just did my demographic. Nice. Okay. Additional survey. Are you an alumni? No. I wish I was. Not yet. No. Okay. Now we do the fun thing. We do the payment. Important payment application does not complete and submit your application. Got it. Okay. This task cannot be started at this time. Uh-oh. What did I not do? You can only make a payment once all your tasks have been complete. What did I not finish on this? Oh, I have to mark it as complete. That makes sense. Now we can pay. It's nice that you can save your Let's see if this goes through. Okay, it went through. Now I need to submit. Yay! We just submitted it. Look, I'll show you. Look. Woohoo! Woohoo! So there we go. I just spent almost 2 hours doing the application for Sundance. I hope this was fun to work to. I hope this inspired you. It takes time to write. It takes time to submit your projects. Give yourself the time and space to do it. Make sure you subscribe and like this channel. If you like this video, I can always do more work with me sessions. We can do work with me lives. Let me know. But yeah, thanks for being here, and I will see you later. Bye.